all, here's your video announcement for week 3 of English 123. This week all we're working on is the first half of essay 2. So for the next 2 weeks we'll work on one essay. This week you'll do the first half of it. It's about 3 pages. Next week you'll finish up the essay and extend it to 6 or 7 pages. So this week what you're doing is you're identifying a problem of some sort, giving some general details about it, and then discussing several possible causes of that problem, and then identifying what you think is the major cause of the problem. And so the idea is that you would pick the major cause that you think is behind the problem, and then you give counter arguments as to why the other causes are not what's actually making this problem occur. There's the rubric is provided, as well as some reading and some more information, a PowerPoint about the essay with some example ideas and how to outline and those sorts of things to help you get started on that. If you have any questions, do please send them to me. I do suggest that you look at the information in Blackboard about your final research paper. Some of you have already selected topics that you can use for the rest of the class, and that's excellent. I really want to encourage the rest of you to get to that point also. So do go to Learning Activities, scroll all the way down beyond the week 1, week 2, and on the bottom there's a folder that says Research or Research Paper or Research Project, and in that folder is descriptions of that final paper. And you're going to want to pick a topic. I think it's a good idea to pick a topic that you can just develop throughout the entire class and just continue to strengthen your writing about that topic until the final culminating project for the class. And again, if you have any questions about that, do please send them. Again, we're using Smart Thinking again this week. I've posted some more directions on how to access that. Some people had some trouble, but you do want to get your rough draft written as soon as possible and sent off to them so they can help you out. And then remember that feedback needs to be submitted to the journal assignment for full credit on that. And then just some general discussion on how the paper will be graded. There is a rubric posted for you. You want to use the space that you have wisely. So you have 3 pages. It's not a good idea to spend 2.5 pages of that describing the problem. So you really need to think about a succinct and effective way that you can describe the issue that's at hand and give relevant details that your reader would need to have background knowledge, but then also not getting lost in the weeds of too many minutiae and those sorts of smaller levels of detail. We'll save that for the bigger project later on. You're also going to want to make sure that you're discussing multiple causes of the problem and identifying a strongest one and why alternate causes, or having a counter argument for these alternate causes. You also do need to provide support. I've looked at a few of the first essays and people are making arguments based on opinion and not citing research or statistics or anything to back up those arguments. That is a critical element of this class. It's a huge part of what we're supposed to be learning in this class, so I will be looking for that for sure. Also, make sure that your essay has good organization, that you're not just randomly flowing from one thought to the other, but that there's a logical progression of the thoughts throughout the paper as a whole. And then one last suggestion is to read your paper aloud to yourself and have at least one other person read the paper as a way of doing revisions and editing. Several mistakes I've seen already are ones that could have easily been caught if you just had someone outside of yourself read the paper, or if you'd read it aloud, your ear probably would have caught some of the mistakes that came through. That's about it for this week. If you have any questions, always feel free to email. I'm happy to help, and good luck.